My name is Welch, and you're watching the Done and Out Blading YouTube channel. For today's video, I'm going to discuss, skate, and give my first impressions of the brand new Chris Farmer USD Sway skate. And this is a really awesome looking skate. I mean, look at that. It's a sort of brown, like a really dark brown color with orange highlights. Very beautiful skate. I really like the color. And this is a boot only release. So you're not going to get any wheels or frames with this purchase. It's going to cost you $229 just for the boot. If you want to make a complete skate using Chris Farmer's Pro frame from 50/50 and his red-eye wheels, you're looking at about $399 for a complete setup. Now, you can go cheaper routes, if you find different frames and wheels online, but this is going to be a little bit more of an advanced skate, not quite an entry-level skate, but it is a really quality skate. Unlike previous versions of the Sway, this has the new sole plate, and that's the biggest difference between this and older models. Chris Farmer loves negatives, so now I have a really wide negative area here, and they've changed the groove up here. It's also more streamlined, better lines, better curves, and it's completed around the toe, unlike older models where it's more cut off. So it's aesthetically pleasing. It looks really nice. Has recessed areas so you can have bigger wheels. I do have a 90mm UFS setup that I will try on these boots eventually. But at first, I'm gonna throw on some Kaiser slimline frames with some undercover wheels. Now, other features of this skate is it has a MyFit crown liner, which is very nice. It has memory foam padding, so it heat molds to your body's temperature in your feet. And you can heat mold it in the oven if you want to do it that way. I've never really heat molded anything in the oven. I think just the heat molding the memory foam with your body heat should do the trick for most people. It has a 45-degree strap here, which is nice quality, unlike some other ones I've seen. It has these waxed laces. These are really nice, and I laced these up earlier. It was really easy. It was really nice to lace these up. Now, for the buckle, you have a nice metal buckle. Pretty indestructible, especially when you have the buckle protector here in the cuff. It covers the whole thing, so if you miss a grind or rail, you'll be fine. Same on the inside, completely protected there. It's got a nice long buckle here. Sometimes they get away from me, but this one seems pretty good. This is the MyFit Crown Chris Farmer liner. Like I said, it's memory foam inside, very soft. It's got some neoprene in the toe here. It feels very comfortable. It has a removable heel lift, heel pad, shock absorber right there. The liner also has tons of little gel tabs all over there. And those are so you don't get heel lift out of the boot. It just kind of helps attach to the shell. This liner also laces up all the way to the top, so you can lace both your liner and your boot to get extra support. A Velcroed area here, kind of like the Intuition liners, to thicken up the liner and to give it more protection and more stiffness. So this is something you can remove. You can play around with it, see if you like it or don't like it. The Sways are known for their forward flex, which is a thing a lot of people do like. If you don't like it as much, they have this piece of plastic in the tongue that you can take out for more forward flex and keep it in to stop some of that forward flex. So that's a cool option. And it's kind of similar to some of those old Razors liners had that back in the day. The removable, like, plastic. Then inside the shell, you just have this plastic to cover the bolts. Nothing too exciting. And here I have my complete setup of the Chris Farmer Sway boot. I put on some Kaiser slimline frames, and those are really cool. I've only skated on them once before, so I'm looking forward to the setup. I think it looks really good on this boot. Unfortunately, I don't have the 50/50 prime frame or the red-eye wheels to have the true Chris Farmer setup, but maybe one day I will get those to add to this. I'm really excited to skate these and try them out and give you my first impressions. Tomorrow I'm going to be driving up to Quebec to skate with my good friend Robert Guerrero. I'm going to try these, see if he wants to try them. I also have some USD Sway All-Star 2000 team skates that I'm going to be trying out as well. I'll have a different video on those. And I'll also be doing a comparison video between this Farmer Sway and the All-Star Sway. Let's head over to the skate park and try these bad boys out. How do they feel? You put them on your feet, you skate around. How do they feel?
I like the way the footbed feels. It's very squishy and kind of cool feeling. They're super padded, but you gave this crazy long explanation about the padding, which I don't remember, but
it's memory foam and it's gonna form to your feet with your body heat.
I can't say that I like this frame wheel setup, so that's kind of going to dictate my experience here. regardless of everything I've just said, I'm still gonna try to do something in them. I just did a negative Machio for the first time. Normally, I don't like doing negative tricks. I just don't do them. But after doing that first negative Machio, and I'll probably do another one better, I understand why Chris likes these skates and why Chris is able to do negatives in these skates. So I think this Chris Farmer liner is actually pretty cool. In order to really experience it, I would need to skate it longer.
It actually tightens pretty easy. I have issues with a lot of skates. They're kind of hard to tighten, or they're hard to ratchet down on the buckle. You ever experienced that?
Yes, I did.
And these are actually pretty easy. So far, these skates feel pretty nice. I'm not going to be doing Chris Farmer, Robert Guerrero, you know, crazy ass negative Machios up the ledge to 180 out to the water. Those wheels feel weird. They're like I feel like I'm skating those 30mm center frames from back in the day.
That's exactly what they are, actually, with a bigger groove.
So Robert's right. These frames, I don't like them either. They feel really weird when you're trying to jump with that wide spacing and these flat profile wheels. I'm just not feeling these frames. I don't know if it's the wheels or the frames, but something doesn't feel good about them. So I'm going to try to take these wish frames off these skates and put them on the Farmers and see how that feels. I'm definitely gonna like this a lot more, and I think it looks pretty cool. It's kind of a cool looking setup. Right now, this is gonna be the setup. I'm gonna try them. I'm gonna let Robert try them one more time to see what he thinks, because he was not feeling those slimline frames either. So, test number 2. And the liners feel equally as good the second time I put them in.
Oh man. So now the Chris Farmer tricks are gonna happen?
I don't know what's gonna happen. Definitely nothing was going to happen in those slimline frames for me. A lot better. That's sticky.
Yeah, get it. Yeah.
I'm really glad I had my AG20s with me so I could put the wish frames on these boots, because I really enjoyed this setup a lot. Skating these was so much fun, and I really can't wait to skate them again. This is going to be my new boot, everybody. I'm going to be skating this for a while. I plan on making some follow-up edits of this boot in the future, because I didn't do too much skating on them at the park, but I instantly fell in love with them. The liner is dreamy. It's so comfortable. It's like putting your foot in a cloud. Absolutely soft. The width is perfect. The footbed's really soft. You just melt into it. I loved it. It was a really fun experience for my feet. The sole plate on here slid great. Very fun to skate. They lock wonderfully. I didn't really do any negatives, but you saw Robert do those negative Machios with no problem. I do plan on doing some negatives very soon for that next edit, which is probably going to be an indoor edit, because we've gotten snow here now in Vermont since I was at Robert's house last week. Unfortunately, Robert didn't like either frame setup that I put on these boots. I wish I would have had some 50/50 Chris Farmer frames to put on here with some brand new Chris Farmer wheels. These wheels are very worn. I've never changed these wheels. So it was not a new skate experience skating this setup. I'm going to try to get a set of the Farmer 50/50 frames to put on these and some brand new wheels. And hopefully I get to try these out again with Robert, which will be a whole new skating experience. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure and hit the like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon to be notified anytime I upload new videos. I have links to my social media in the description below. I have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm posting new content to those platforms all the time, so go ahead and give me a follow. I also have a link to my Patreon page if you want to support this channel. I also have a link to a PayPal donation link, or you can hit the join button below this video to become a member of this YouTube channel.